Hello and welcome students to the Das Kadam series where I take up the previous year's CTET question papers and we attempt 10 questions at a time. You not only get the answers but also the explanations to those questions. The entire set of questions for this series, that is 1 to 10, 11 to 20 and 21 to 30, have been given in the description below. In this video, we are taking up CDP Practice Set 1 questions 11 to 20. This is based on the CTET Paper 1 administered on the 11th of Jan 2022. Let's begin. We begin with question number 11. National Education Policy 2020 emphasizes on flexible multi-level activity-based learning, only the aspects related to the cognitive development of children, standardization of the national curriculum, and measurement of memorization abilities of children. So if we look at the options, immediately say no to options 2 and 4 because we are not looking only at cognitive development, we're looking at the holistic development of the child, which involves your affective and psychomotor domains. We are also not going to be looking at memorization abilities, no rote learning. So that gives us, we have to choose between options 1 and 3. Now, standardization of a national curriculum, no, because it is talking about having a national curriculum framework, but what exactly has to be studied is to be left to the each state or to each school or teacher. So the correct answer will be flexible multi-level activity-based learning. Which of the following description fits the interpersonal intelligence proposed by Howard Gardner? Sensitivity to spoken and written language, sensitivity to rhythm and sound, capacity to understand the intentions and desires of others, and capacity to understand oneself. So interpersonal intelligence, that means between people, it means you have the capacity to understand the intentions and desires of others. Questions from interpersonal intelligence and intrapersonal intelligence is always asked, one of the most favorite questions in this CTET. So always remember the difference between understanding others and understanding yourself. Question 13. Dash plays an important role in Vygotskian constructivism. Language, maturation, development of schemas, rewards and punishment. So the correct answer is language. So options 2 and 4, rewards and punishment and maturation, are a part of the traditional methods of learning, whereas development of schemas is a Piagetian concept. Language, according to Vygotsky, plays a very, very important role in cognitive development. Question 14. Which of the following tools should a teacher use to assess children's learning? Classroom interaction, projects, portfolios, or self-assessment. Now, 4 options have been given and you have to choose between which of them are correct. So, various versions or various combinations of these versions are given. So, let's see which all should come in. Which of the following tools should a teacher use to assess children's learning? Classroom interactions, yes. Projects, yes. Portfolios, yes. Self-assessment, yes. NEP 2020 talks about children assessing their own self. So all the 4 options should be used by the teacher. So let's see, that is option number 3, which says 1, 2, 3 and 4. 15. The purpose of assessment as per the National Education Policy 2020 is to provide information on how to support the students in and out of the classroom, comparison of the student's performance with her classmates, the gaps and deficiencies in student learning to accurately identify her failure, memorization capacities of the students. So immediately we will rule out options 2 and 4 because we do not want to compare and we do not want memorization to take place. That leaves us with options 1 and 3. Yes, we do want the gaps and deficiencies in the students' learning, but we don't want to identify her as a failure. So we will remove option 3. Correct option will be how to support the students in and out of the classroom. Question 16. Which of the following practice is a barrier to inclusion? Classroom discipline is based on mutual respect for each other. Content is designed to meet the needs of few students only. Pedagogy encourages participation of all students. Students are supported to meet individual goals of learning. So here the answer would be 2. Content designed to meet needs of few students only, because this would be a barrier to inclusion. Question 17. Which of the following creates barriers to inclusion of students from marginalized groups? Access to educational places, equity in rights, opportunities to participate, or social stigma. So since access, equity, and opportunities will not create a barrier, we will go with the correct answer, which is option 4, social stigma. Following learning disability directly affects the ability to write coherently: dyscalculia, dysgraphia, dyslexia, and dyspraxia. The correct answer is dysgraphia. Again, this is a question which is very frequently asked all over. So dyscalculia is problems. So dyscalculia is when the child has uh, problems with calculations or mathematical concepts. Dysgraphia is for writing, dyslexia is for reading, and dyspraxia is for movement. So please do remember these things, because this is a very, very common question. Question 19. Which of the following practice will hinder the successful inclusion of auditory learners? Hinder the successful inclusion of auditory learners. Allowing students to think aloud to themselves, give students written rather than oral test, place assignment directions on tape to use later, and provide verbal instructions for assignments. So the answer is 2, giving students written rather than oral test, because we are looking for that answer which will hinder the inclusion of auditory learners. All other options will help auditory learners who learn by thinking. The last question of this video, question 20, is which of the following is a characteristic of a student with giftedness? Slow comprehension, lack of curiosity, need for precision in thinking, and tendency of opting for easy tasks. So a student who is gifted will basically be needing precision in thinking. So the correct answer is 3.